Well, we're going to stay with the sports theme today and talk to our next guest, who is the country's top-ranked fencer, and he recently won silver at the Beijing Olympics. He's now using some business savvy here to boost the profile of his sport and try to transform it into a moneymaker. This is Tim Morehouse, again, Olympic silver medalist, top-ranked fencer. Can you be a businessman?
That's the plan. Fencing's traditionally been a European sport, so we're trying to find a little niche and home for it here in the United States as well.
So who are you approaching about sponsorship, or who are you being approached by?
I think it's a combination of both. We haven't achieved our sponsorship yet. There are a lot of small sports that don't have sponsors, but we've found a strong alignment with fashion. Fencing has this tradition of kings and nobility and sort of society, so we found some great traction there so far, and we're hoping to land the
You're
the big
modeling
sponsor.
now?
A little bit of modeling, yes. You get my Zoolander on every once in a while.
So, I mean, what's your thought here about the potential for getting sponsorship for fencing? This isn't a mainstream sport, and it's quite pricey to play in the first place. So it may be tough to find some resonance out there.
Yeah, there's actually a lot more people fencing, I think, than people realize. I think the biggest thing we have going for us, kids love swords, and I think we've all had that experience of playing with a friend and trying to hit them with something. So it's not quite as expensive as people realize. You can do it, you can do fencing and not get in trouble. So there's sort of a two-pronged approach. One, we really want to grow the sport with kids. There's a lot of issues with childhood obesity now, and only so many kids can play football, baseball, basketball, so we feel like fencing and a lot of other small sports can really grow right now. And then just with adults can do it. It's a lot of strategy, a lot of mental thinking, and we really want to turn our competitions into something a little bit different, like more social, business, networking type stuff, and fencing involved with that.
Who are you looking to as sort of a model for someone who's done what you're trying to do now?
There's a polo player named Nacho Figueras, who's he's a model with polo, with Ralph Lauren, and he's been doing these kind of high-end events in the Hamptons. But of course, with fencing, we don't need fields and horses, and it's not quite as expensive as that sport. So we're trying to do some events in the city, which will be starting in April, and we have our World Cup here in New York City in June. So we're hoping to get a lot more people out to check out the sport and out trying it.
You know, what are these events you're talking about that you're going to be doing this
Well, we're
spring?
going to be doing some competitions open to the public. Fencing's traditionally, our competitions haven't really been run for spectators, so we really want to bring in a lot more people. We've been out at schools. We've spoken to about 10,000 kids about the sport, and it's really a fantastic sport. We'll hope to get you out there trying it as well, and your viewers. But there's a lot more fencing clubs than people realize, that people should definitely check it out.
It's interesting. Do you have any idea how many people are fencing in fencing clubs in the
We have
country?
30,000 paying members who are competitive across the country, and those are in a really great demographic for sponsors as well, highly educated, pretty strong income. And there's probably hundreds of thousands of fencers that are out there between the schools and the clubs and people that are just doing it recreationally. So we're out there. Everyone knows On Guard and Touche and all that kind of stuff. So we're there. We just need to connect the dots.
And those are your Olympic rings you're wearing
Those are Olympic rings, Athens and Beijing, hoping to put a London ring, and a male fencer has never won a gold medal, so of course we're still training, and we want to bring home the first gold for the USA in men's fencing. Our women have the last two Olympics.
You're trying to close the gender gap in
That's
an
right.
unusual way.
Close the gender gap in fencing. Exactly. Exactly.
So what's your dream sponsorship?
I think our dream sponsor is, a brand, clothing brand that can clothe our athletes, and that really, I think, represents a lot of the values that we want to bring. We love an American brand. There are a lot of sort of smaller brands that produce their stuff here in the United States. We think with the economy now and all that's going on, that would be fantastic to have a really American brand and really put an American stamp on the sport of fencing, because it's been so European for so long, but we want to really, it's time for the U.S. to take over this sport as well.
All right. You have an agent?
We do have an agent. We're modeling. We're with Wilhelmina, and we have a sports agent as well, which is actually new for fencing as well. No one has even shown interest before in representing a fencer, but now we're grown enough that people are like, we think we can do something with that sport. So.
All right. Well, good luck. Good luck at the Olympics. Good luck with this
Happy
venture.
Thanksgiving to you. I know you said your brother fences as well, so we'll have to get you out there.
Well, maybe we'll send him out there.
Okay.
I'll watch from the sidelines.
Sounds
but
good.
thank
It's
you
a deal.
so much. It's Tim Morehouse, Olympic silver medalist in fencing.